We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
so proudly we hailed, and the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land under the fray, and the home of the brave? Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight to rename the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. It's land of the brave, the US of A. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, in the home of the
ASR Tour! Welcome to SCSRA, broadcasting here on Monday night, and it is playoff time. We got about 3 minutes to go here left in qualifying. Looks like it's just going to be me in the booth. We may get special interaction if Mr. David Hartney decides to join me. But right now, it looks like it's just me. Let's see. Stream pretty cool content. That's why I followed you. Let's see. Spencer Carl, were you looking to possibly join a league? Let me know in the chat. And if you're following, please like and subscribe to the channel. We do go live right now 4 times a week, and we are always looking to expand. Playoffs. We got 100 laps here at Daytona. Pretty sure I put 100 laps in. Boy, I hope so. We made the session last minute. But we're going to find out. Let's take a look at the points. Big race for tonight. So, 100 laps, Daytona. We are doing a night race. 2 stages, lap 25 and lap 50. Remember, stages will stay green. You see the playoff drivers: Poston, Akers, Duvendak, Holloway, Wilder, Weber, Lingle, Williamson, Tyler Hurt, Dalton Gibson, Tommy Cook, and Hunter Leach. They will advance to the round of 12. Ethan Horse, Ambrose Kniebel, Brad Saxton, and Russell Hancock. those 4 drivers tonight, they are racing for the final 2 playoff spots to move into the round of 14. So 2 of them will be eliminated. So we're going to have some good action tonight. Each one represented by a different team. Candy Shack, well, they got a bunch of drivers in there. Blind Squirrels, they got some drivers in there. Shake and Bake's got some representation. And RGR. So all 4 teams already have representation in the playoffs. They're going to need some help from their teammates. Stage points will apply. And then obviously the final finish. So let's take a look real quick. Let's make sure everybody is here who needs to be here. Everybody, playoff drivers, will have P's next to their name. That might throw off a couple things like team names and stuff like that. Thanks, Duvendak. I appreciate you. So those P's won't have team names next to them. It completely throws off my Excel spreadsheet that I work so hard on. But that's okay because we know they're the playoff drivers right now. And, well, we've been here long enough. This is week 11. We should follow our drivers and know our teams. And, hey, I'll do my best to keep everybody filled in. But 46 seconds left. Qualifying still underway. Remember, 10-minute qualifier gives those old guys plenty of time to pee. We have tonight and next week, the finale of the trucks. And then we're going to do a little swapperoo back into those Xfinity cars where we should finish the season up until the championship. Championship race, that car or truck will be decided by our regular season champion, which I believe is still Chris Akers. And the team will select the track, or vice versa. They can swap that if they want to. But looks like everybody coming in. 3 seconds. Let's head to the big screen. As we're going to go through... Whoa, got some freezing going on. As we're going to go through our 2 minutes of grid time. It has been an exciting 10 weeks here in the ASR Tour. And these guys, a very close 6 weeks away from championship. Ooh, well, that's not good, Mr. Holloway. It says we're freezing up at times. I hope that changed. And that might have actually been our countdown screen. Our countdown screen, for some reason, likes to freeze. And it stops moving, but the timer keeps going. It's very weird. I think the timer takes all of its bandwidth away. As they've got their final minute, we'll head to a quick commercial.
We are the place where the toughest drivers will come to race from far and wide. But just who are we?
Was it the countdown screen that was freezing? That's weird. I don't understand why. Because it's showing good numbers.
We are the Pit Stall Racing Series.
Weird. Yep, that's its bit rate, and it's up there about 4,000, so it's back to excellent. So hopefully it balances out. So. All right, we're back after all the confusion. You got a little bit of Holloway and Poston telling me I'm freezing, and during that commercial, well, you got a little bit of it. We're going to go big screen. We're going to pop our grid. A little nerve-wracking with it freezing. I'm trying to figure it out, but it is not making any sense to me. Our grid. Carl Lingle on the pole with Jacob Greenlee. Holloway, Akers, Horst, Kniebel, the Kniebler Elf, Sean Wilder, DJ Maddish, Will Weber, Russell Hancock. Jeremy Osborne, Grayson Pate. Brad Saxton, Mr. Gibson, Mr. Dalton Gibson, Mr. Matt Williamson, Spencer Teal, Matt Benke, Frank Ranger Jr., Kirby Caputa, Brianna Laurent, Todd Poston, Jordan Berry, making his second appearance, Jason Miz, Nathan Aldrich, Mr. Duvendak, Mr. Tommy Cook, John Bell, Len McNeese, not to be confused with Les, Andrew Schroeder in that JETS, Jets, and Hunter Leach. That's going to round out our field of 30. So really good numbers tonight. As you see, the pace car lights are off. Appreciate everybody tuning in. And oh, I'm going to get yelled at soon. I better fix it. Our ticker is up. Pace car away for the first time tonight. Lingle going to get things started. We said Lingle's been having an impressive year. Here he is starting the night. P1 as we are green for the first time in ASR Tour playoff history. And already see some shuffling by the drivers. We'll try to keep us in a little Daytona 500 action as they're going to come around to the backstretch. Give the fence a little shake. Looks like Will Weber, he's dropping to the bottom trying to get back to... We'll keep an eye on our viewers as... Well, looks like we're picking them right back up, so I'm not quite sure. We'll keep an eye in our chat. As I think we're all fixed for the most part. We'll have to tune in and see. Our current leader is going to be Mr. Chris Akers back out there in front. And Frank Ranger Jr. All right, Robbie Gibson. Well, we have done a refresh. Hopefully everything's coming back up. We're going to check our YouTube out and see what we're getting here. And Frank Ranger Jr. Hey, I hear it. It looks better. And it looks like I've actually caught everything back up. And we're going to go green as the pace car goes away. Hey, everything's back up and running, and that's the way I like it. Akers going to be on the outside of Frank Ranger. He's going to get pushed by his teammate, Daniel Holloway. Not quite sure what was going on with the stream in the beginning there, but it looks like everything has balanced its way back out. And we are not watching a grid anymore, so we'll take it. As Akers going to drop, and he's going to clear to the bottom. He's going to get in front of Frank Ranger. That's going to leave teammate Daniel Holloway up on the high side. Everybody went into pit. They took a little bit of fuel. Took some tires if they needed them. And it looks like the top 7 did not take the tires. That was not enough laps for them, as they felt comfortable enough just taking gas. Holloway going to drop down in front of his teammate now. He's going to join Mr. Chris Akers. As we're going to go side by side. Kirby Caputa going to be that first car on that high line. He's going to need some help, but you see that high line. Well, they're getting a little snaky. And they're getting extremely close as they enter the backstretch. You can see Caputa coming down into Holloway and Akers. They're going to stay off of each other now, give each other a little bit of breathing room. Holloway gets a little arc into that turn 4. You can see how close these trucks are getting. Daytona, they don't want it to become a parking lot. It's going to be extremely hard to go 3 wide here. You see them do it from time to time. It is not too common, like you would see at Talladega. And all those yellow banners, you can see them on the front of these trucks. Those yellow banners, those are your playoff drivers. Remember, first stage will come to an end at the completion of lap 25. We're making our way there. Kirby battling Daniel Holloway for the lead, trying to get a lap led. Holloway a playoff driver, Akers a playoff driver, Brad Saxton in that 88, he's a playoff driver. Remember, Ambrose almost involved in that first caution. He is racing for one of the final 2 playoff spots. He was able to save it, but it caused a major checkup into the back. A lot of personal bests just now being set at lap 13. That's because it's giving these guys a little bit of run. As we're riding with leader Daniel Holloway, he's got traffic all around him. Akers going to be responsible for doing the pushing. You see Andrew Schroeder, he's made his way up into 5th. He's going to be that Jets car on that high side. Started in the back, and he has made his way up to the front after a quick pit stop of 8.5 seconds. So Schroeder, one of those drivers who opted not to take the tires. And so far, it has paid off nicely for him. Caputa on that high line still getting pushed around by Brad Saxton. If you got 3 cars, they're trying to lock up. This could be dangerous for that middle car. Saxton able to hold it tight. As they're trying to get a big run, trying to get clear of Daniel Holloway. As they are 10 laps away from the completion of stage 1. Well, Richard, here at ASR, these guys have been They've been heavy. We've had 30-car fields from day one, and they just keep showing up. It is a great sign for the ASR Tour to see these guys showing up during the playoffs, and they are still battling up here. You've got a mix of playoff and non-playoff drivers. And a battle right now for the lead. Caputa still trying to clear Daniel Holloway. Saxton doing his best, but Chris Akers fighting back. And we're going to go 3 wide here. Danger zone for Caputa, but he's going to be able to clear all the way down. That's going to leave Saxton on this high line, and we're going to get in a little bit of trouble. Holloway with an incredible save, but it's going to take Todd Poston, and the Skittles are going to fly. Oh, and we're going to still be banging doors, but Todd Poston, a playoff driver, man, the Skittles are flying back there. Let's see if we can find the 31 of Todd Poston. I just saw the no-numbered Skittle car going round and round. And we'll do a little bit of Farch. Yeah, maybe a little bit closer. How about that? As you can see, the 3 wide up at the front. And Daniel Suarez looks like he's going to be busy tonight. Poston going to get hit again by Wilder as Wilder gets pushed by Lingle. They're trying to check up. They see the wreck's going to happen and end up getting involved in some more wrecks. And then the 144 of Hunter Leach comes through and, well, gives Todd a little bit more love. So, man, there's a bunch of cars taking some damage. 4X's, Greenlee, Benke, Lingle, Duvendak, Brianna Laurent, Wilder, Poston, Leach, Kniebel, Holloway, Schroeder, Saxton, Williamson, Cook, and Hancock. A ton of cars taking some damage there. And we'll head to commercial. Can we talk about we've got a Shooter McGavin in the front? Will Weber and Robert Duvendak going to be starting 1-2 as the Shooter McGavins have made it to row 1. Akers, Kirby Caputa, they're going to start row 2 here. And we know where my heart's going to lie. It might have been the greatest team name ever created. But we'll fly for a second. That Shooter McGavin flag as the lights are off on the pace car. And in case you were wondering tonight, it is Famous Bowl at KFC. These guys are like, hey, we need to get you back in the car. I don't think so. I'm doing a fine job up here, me and Tony Starch, getting fat, just eating food. Can't do that when you're driving. Tony Starch changed his shirt once again. He's representing the pit stall. We thank them for sponsoring the ASR Tour this season. I think, I was reading the Discord, we may have 2 of the founding fathers of the pit stall in the ASR Tour very shortly. So, love to see new members join. If you're interested, definitely reach out and we'll get you an invite in any of the leagues. You got Next Gens run Wednesday. You've got SCSRA runs trucks on Tuesday. We've got Little Mix and Match Super Speedway on Monday and Sunday. So it's been a good time as the pace car is going to go off. We're going to bring it back to full screen. I haven't seen a Wilder in the chat yet. I know Sean's parents always tuning in and let me know when something's not working. As we're going into the restart now. Teammates starting on row 1. Weber gets a good jump, getting pushed by Mr. Chris Akers. Duvendak, well, he's riding up there with Kirby Caputa right now. In that 83. We've got 4 laps to go left in stage 1. Already 2 cautions on the night. That inside lane gaining a lot of momentum as Akers pushing Weber. Looks like Caputa, he's going to drop down, leave Duvendak up there. Duvendak going to have to get picked up by, I believe, that's going to be Jeremy Osborne, Blind Squirrels, in that neon green squirrel car. Will any of these 4 drivers come up in front of Duvendak? Remember, Duve was involved in that wreck. I wonder if he's got a little bit of damage, makes him feel like he can't be pushed. Fast repairs used tonight. Jacob Greenlee looks to be the only driver who had to use that magic fast repair. Everybody else has fixed the damage. Oh, we're going to get one off the apron. And we're going to get a save. We're going to stay green here. And I think we're going to wreck behind it as we come back on the track. And the caution is out. And so you see one come down here. And then it looks like John Bell is going to get punted. He's going all the way into the infield wall. Absolutely punted. And it looks like another checkup as we had Brad Saxton. What causes Saxton to come low? We're going to have to get in closer. Saxton, that second car. See if we can get into a far chase. He's right there next to Duvendak. And he just breaks loose with the pushing of Schroeder. Comes down. Incredible save. As he comes in the track, he comes back up. It's going to cause a ripple effect. And punch John Bell to the apron. So already 3 cautions. This is going to be interesting. Lap 12, let's see, I'll check on you, but we'll check on the stage, and I believe that's going to be Chris Akers is going to be your stage winner. But I'll check, and I'll be right back with you. All right, and we're back, and that was the stage. So Chris Akers is going to be awarded with the stage win. We will get him in the booth at the next available time. That's going to be the second stage is going to come to an end at the end of lap 50, so 25 laps to go. Akers looking to continue his run. Well, Tyler, the Nokia is back. I try to hide it. I try to mute my phone. But, you know, when you got kids in sports, and it's always drama. Always drama. We got drama in sports. We got drama on the track. We got cars spinning out, flipping, hitting. Cars wrecking under caution. It's playoff time, and, well, you're over here living your best life. So go grab yourself one of those famous bowls from KFC. I'll tell you, I definitely recommend it. It's probably the only thing I'm eating from KFC. Brianna Laurent, she stays out, and she is our current leader. Akers is going to start on the high side. Osborne going to be pushing Brianna. And Mr. Schroeder going to be responsible for pushing Chris Akers. The Kniebler Elf, he's got help back there. You see some squirrels. There's Lingle right behind him. And he's going to be looking for some help right now, trapped on that bottom line. Spencer Teal up there with Mr. Kirby Caputa. As the pace car is off. And we are green. Brianna's off to the races by herself. Well, and I don't know if you want to do that here at Daytona, because that field is going to catch you. Looks like Laurent does come up into that high line, and just like that, she's going to get hung out to dry as these three cars are going to push past the 6, push her 3 wide. The 6 got a huge run out. Looks like Caputa and Laurent going to have a little door action. Poston, he smells danger. He didn't want any more Skittles on the track. You saw him dive below yellow. He sees Laurent. She's kind of stuck. Finally able to get clear. And comes on down into that low lane. So Brianna goes all the way from the lead back to 11th. After that too fast of a restart is going to get her shuffled back. All right, good. See, I wasn't getting yelled at tonight by Mr. and Mrs. Wilder, so I knew I at least had my ticker up. You can tell some of the teams have disappeared, and those are the playoff drivers. You can thank Mr. Rob Duvendak for that one. Anytime you make a change to the name, I have to change the spreadsheet. It just becomes a mess. But that's okay. We know their teams, and we know who their teammates are at this point. And if not, I'll keep it posted as we continue our run. It's been a little slow getting these laps turned, as already had 3 cautions by, well, what seemed to be major checkups happening. Where the caution looked like it was going to happen right in the front, they were able to save it, but it checks up, and the back not able to slow down. And right now, the back, a very dangerous place to be. And if you're Rob Duvendak, well, that's where you're sitting. As you see, he moves into that high line. Yes, I'm going to have to talk to the SCSRA admin team. I'm not quite sure what's causing the freezing. We haven't had this issue yet. It's definitely something new. But it may be the restreaming software. We're going to have to look into it. And push, right now, I believe we're on Facebook, Kick, Twitch, and YouTube. We might just have to bring that down a little bit. It seems to be giving YouTube a little bit of hassle and freezing up a little bit. Really good picture of this field as they go 2 by 2 all the way down. Remember, we did start with 30 cars tonight. And everybody's still out there. And if you're looking for Sean, he's currently in 26th. He said his strategy was just kind of ride in the back and survive. He is not up for elimination tonight. Nor does he have any teammates up for elimination. So Mr. Sean Wilder is going to be happy just trying to finish this race in the back. Get points where he needs them for a finish. And survive till then. As we come to the completion of lap 30. You can see a lot of cars on that bottom line. That top line surely broken. We are on a 7-lap stint. Too early to be worrying about gas. They would love to make it to a green flag pit stop. Right now, a lot of the field in a single file. Can that second line get formed and try to push their way up to the front? They could make plenty of room. That's where you see Duvendak continuing to go. He's on the bottom. He kind of peeks up into the top, realizes it's not running, comes back into the bottom. If you're Duvendak, you've got Weber and Wilder back there. All 3 of those, 2 of them teammates. They've worked with Sean for quite a number of seasons. in multiple leagues, so it may take all three of them trying to get a big run if they want to make their way back up to the front. Or do they try a pit strategy? If this thing stays green, do they try to just survive? Maybe take an earlier pit stop. As Jeremy Osborne and Andrew Schroeder, who are front line right now. Spencer Teal and Chris Akers. Whoa, we got the Kniebler Elf. He's up there. He's flashing. That's why he's not registering. Ambrose Kniebel, well, he is having some difficulty. Schroeder going to get out of his way. Schroeder now going to be stuck. He almost cleared in front of Jeremy Osborne and then did not. So this is trouble for Andrew Schroeder. He's stuck in a 3-wide situation. He's looking for a gap to snake his way into. Ambrose going to come on down, and Schroeder going to be able to maintain position. You do not see that too often, where a car who gets filed into the middle is able to maintain that speed. Ambrose coming down to that bottom line right now, getting pushed by Jeremy Osborne. So we got teammates from the Blind Squirrel. Just for them, well, I did it for old Shooter. So the Blind Squirrels are up front. We'll give them the Blind Squirrels. Ambrose going to get doored by Schroeder. And the checkups are coming from the field, and this is where the chaos is. You see Carl Lingle. Whoa, Todd Poston keeps the Skittles off the track this time. The caution not out right now. What happened to the 30? He's back on track, so we are going to stay green. The 30 would have been the reason that that caution came out, and it does come out. As you had multiple meatball flags happen there. And what happened with John Bell here? John Bell gonna speed through the pits. This is where the chaos happens. We'll watch it. It took a while for the caution because of all the cars kind of flashing in and out. And then getting off the track. iRacing was going to take its sweet time. Finally throws it. John Bell's black flag will be cleared. Yep, John Bell definitely got that black flag. It's been cleared. No reason to serve that, as we've got a couple meatballs happening, and those meatballs are going to bring the fast repairs. Maybe, as Jordan Berry looks like he did have to use his fast repair. Jacob Greenlee had to use his. And with that, let's see if we can find the 29. He's somewhere around here. We'll head to commercial, and as soon as he comes off pit road, we will get Chris Akers in the booth. ride back under caution. Chris, guy in the booth, you got a copy? Man, you know, if I could get the stream to stop doing a little jitterbug and you know, maybe stop seeing Todd Poston spill Skittles all over the track. This time, Todd able to survive, did not spill the Skittles. But coming up to that last stage, we finished it under caution, and at the time the flag came out, you were the stage winner. So congratulations on stage 1 for race 1. There's a lot of ones. Race 1 of the playoffs. They do. Per what Duvendak has said, they do pull over. That's it. And remember, the winner of tonight's race, if they're a playoff driver, they will get an automatic lock into the round of 8. So already gets to move themselves into a round. So that's going to be a huge stop for any of these drivers that have that big P next to their name. But what's going to be the strategy going forward? You see a lot of the guys staying in the back, and it seems to not be paying off. Is it to stay out front all night? Well, we're about 40% through this race, have not had a green flag pit stop yet. Hopefully it's coming. But, man, wanted to pull you up here, give you a big congratulations, and hopefully we catch you here at the end of the race. Yes, sir. Mr. Chris Akers, our stage winner. Yes, sir, Mr. St. John. You know what, Adam? I don't really trust Todd Poston anymore on how far behind his stream is. I'm done listening to the panic. I can't fix anything else. We got the elf. He's on the lead lap right now. He's out there leading this pack of cars. You got a ton of cars still out here turning laps. It's been some chaos early, but it's been fun. Hopefully you're having fun down there on your Tuesday morning as you are in the future. And 40% of the race going to be completed as they enter turn 3 now. The pace car will go away this time. Ambrose, well, he's going to start on that bottom side. Caputa, he's going to be on that high side. Akers, well, we're riding with them right now. You see him giving the Knievler Elf a little bit of love taps. His teammate, Jeremy Osborne, well, he's going to be the second car on that outside. Oh, old David Hartney in the booth. Welcome. Well, I think Restream is completely killing us as it is lagging the stream and at one point would not move past qualifying. So I restarted it and it seemed, yeah, it was very weird. So I've heard it multiple times by multiple viewers on multiple platforms that it is lagging behind at certain times. Primarily YouTube. So, something to look into is we got a little bit of side-by-side racing right now. The Kniebler Elf is up here in the lead. You've missed a few cautions on the night. We've made it through stage 1, almost to the completion of stage 2, about another 11 laps, and it's been quite a night up here in the booth. Hey, I always have a good time. Dinner, famous bowl from KFC. Probably the only thing you can eat from KFC, but hey, that's what I got. Yeah, nah, just get the famous bowl. That's all you can do. Adam St. John finally makes his way into the chat. Must be lunchtime. And Duvendak peeking that third line. Is he trying to see if maybe he finds some friends to get his way up to the front? And he's going to give up on that quickly and drop his way back down into the middle line. The Kniebler Elf still getting... I got to stop calling the Kniebler Elf. I mean, It's Ambrose Knievel, and I'm over here calling him the Kniebler Elf now. Thanks, Eddie. I appreciate that. As Ambrose is our leader, Kirby Caputa giving everything he can, getting pushed by Ambrose's teammate. And we've seen that multiple times this season, as it does not matter who their teammates are. They will push anyone. As Chris Akers, well, he's going to go down. And he may have blown up. Chris Akers has blown his motor, I believe. Let's see if we can find this meatball. I'm going to say there's no smoke here. But I'll tell you what, this is the sign of a blown motor. As Akers riding around the apron with no horsepower. That's going to allow the two teammates of Osborne and Knievel to link back up. And that outside line is coming quickly. It's got Schroeder. It's got Duvendak. It's got Caputa. It's got Russell Hancock. Russell Hancock is looking for the lead. Remember, Russ is in that play-in position. He needs a good finish tonight for Candy Shack. A win would guarantee him all the way to the round of 8. That would take a lot of stress off the next 2 weeks of racing. You go from play-in to you don't really need to worry about the next two. And I say that as the 343 is going to get turned. And this is going to be a big one. Somehow, the Squirrels are all alone. And they survive it. We've seen that multiple times tonight. And this is going to start right in here with Andrew Schroeder. And I don't know if this is going to be a bad push. You see the 343 is down. Schroeder's trying to get down on him. And 343 kind of gets trapped. He drops down. He is not clear of the 04. Comes down, hits the nose of Ambrose, and the chaos that comes from this. You could see all the cars that are involved. There is a ton. And let's go over the list. Oh, man. Knievel, Hancock, Schroeder, Duvendak, John Bell, Jeremy Osborne, Jordan Berry, Carl Lingle, Kirby Caputa, Grayson Pate, Matt Benke, Will Weber, Daniel Holloway, Spencer Teal, Nathan Aldrich, Todd Posted, Jacob Greenlee, Hunter Leach, Ethan Horst, Gibson, Dalton Gibson, Frank Ranger Jr., Brianna Laurent, Sean Wilder, Len McNeese, Brad Saxton, Frank Ranger Jr., Brianna Laurent, and DJ Maddish again. So, a couple drivers got multiple hits there, and whew, we are under caution. Suarez is busy. Man, Adam, there's a couple spoilers up here. There's a couple guys trying to help teammates, and right now, there's just a lot of chaos, as that one was huge. But somehow, I'm not exactly sure how, the elf kept on driving. I'm not quite sure how he survived that. But here he is in pit road. Look at all the action going on pit road right now. And there is a ton of pit box time going up. They're trying to get off, but there are a bunch of damaged cars. Let's see. Dalton Gibson, Carl Lingle, Chris Akers, who did blow his motor. Didn't go a lap down, though. He got to miss the big one. Ethan Horst, DJ Maddish, Russ Hancock, Brianna Laurent, Jacob Greenlee, all using fast repairs or have used them throughout the night. And it has been a nightmare trying to navigate Daytona tonight. They know there's a lot on the line, and they are proving they're out here to battle it, as we're going to try to ride with our leader up here. And you don't see the Jets in the lead too often. Schroeder in the lead. All right, and we're back as we've got 4 laps to go until the end of stage 2. Still trying to figure out what's going on with the stream, as we're doing a little bit of troubleshooting during that commercial break. One of those much needed things. And it looks like Daniel Holloway, he's made his way back up to the front. He's on the outside of Andrew Schroeder. He's got Jeremy Osborne behind him. Schroeder got Spencer Teal. Spencer Teal, he's going to bail on him. He's going to go up high with Mr. John Bell. Those two teammates. Adam, you could have raced. You do not have to run a race minimum. You were a member of the league. You could race in the playoffs and not be a playoff driver. So we actually encourage all drivers to continue racing all the way to the championship. It keeps the action strong. As Daniel Holloway now trying to surge on that high side. He's got Jeremy Osborne. The Knievler Elf, well, he needs some high stage points. Remember, he's in a play-in position. As they're going to go side by side. Entering the backstretch. John Bell pushing his teammate. Trying to keep Spencer Teal in front of Daniel Holloway. Jeremy Osborne doing the same to non-teammate. Holloway going to drop down in front. That's going to make Spencer Teal his pusher. That's going to open the door for the blind squirrels. Squirrel's going to have a good opportunity here for good stage points. They just need to keep it clean the next couple laps. We have 2 laps to go until the end of stage 2. Remember, the caution will not fly. Teal and Holloway. Ooh, Holloway going to lose his pusher there. As you see, Schroeder breaks loose a little bit. That's going to allow Spencer Teal and John Bell. They're going to stay out in front, and the caution is out. That will be our stage. I'm going to say that's our stage. And we will check quickly, but let's see if we can find where this caution happens. And we knew it was, we saw Schroeder go to the bottom side. It breaks loose. The 83, Brianna Laurent cleans them up. You got the 2 going in the front. That's Saxton. And it looked like Williamson. Those are teammates. Well, they're getting a little mingle going on. And now everybody trying to get back to the pits. Get these cars repaired and get back green. Let me go check, but I'm pretty sure that is Spencer Teal for Stage 2's win. Spencer, guy in the booth, you got a copy. You know, I haven't had too much high octane, and just as we enter the playoffs, here comes John Bell and yourself surging to the front, and you're able to get it done and take Stage 2's win. Well, I'll tell you what, it was definitely earned, not given to you tonight, as you had to go past some of these playoff drivers. You guys linked up right at the right time. Holloway was in a pretty good position. You guys cleared him and instantly took that position, man. Able to bring home that stage win. How we feeling going forward the rest of tonight? Yeah, it's been a night. All right, we may have gone a little bit silent there and a little bit of stoppage on the stream for a second as we make some quick settings per tech support. And I believe those changes were made. And we'll see what happens. See if everything balances back out. It could have been a setting as Restream new to us this season. Fitting that old Wilder out in the lead, and I am flying the pit stall flag as they are the league sponsor. In another 6 laps, we'll change it from an up count to a down count as we do every race on lap 66. As we ride with our leader, Sean Wilder. They're approaching the pace car, going to pull off. Wilder opts for the high line. That's going to give Holloway the bottom side. We saw one poking out. Wilder, is he going to clear down? He gets a huge jump out in front. He's got to come down now. Spencer Teal dropped down. He's got to go down with them. Oh, and he gets shoved back up, and he's going to try to link with Jeremy Osborne. He sees Chris Akers coming. Akers coming fast on that third line. Spencer Teal, our current leader, getting pushed by Daniel Holloway. Akers on the outside with Matt Benke. Brianna Laurent, does she go up high up against that wall? We haven't seen her real comfortable up there in recent races, but she's got some help and some teammates up there. She's going to pull behind Todd Poston. And everybody going to come back down. As they go 2x2, you've got one car stuck up in the top. And that's going to be John Bell as he is getting funneled right now. All the way back to 13th. He's looking for a spot to pull back in. And you can see Duvendak with that caution was able to catch back up to the field. Wondering if maybe his car had a little bit too much damage. Duvendak not in that play-in position. So it's not going to be super important for him tonight. But he would still like some big points heading into the beginning of what could be his playoff. As the field extremely tight right now as they're going 2x2. And you can feel the energy building. You've still got a car trapped up there in the high line as they're coming 2x2 right now. And you see cars, they are moving left to right, and you do not want to see that. That is where they start dooring each other, and we get a caution. Right now, ASR trying to leave it all out there. Spencer Teal, still your leader. Daniel Holloway doing the pushing. Dalton Gibson, well, he's a playoff driver, and he's out here for doing a little shake and bake as we're going to get another caution. Brianna Laurent and Mr. Matt Williamson going to be involved. Let's see what happens. This time looks like it's only two cars, and looks like Williamson up on that third lane. We saw him trapped up there, and Laurent just comes up and takes all the room away. And we'll go back and check it out. You can see she comes up in and just shoves Williamson into the wall. Thankfully in the back, that is just going to be a two-car pileup. As Dalton Gibson, Spencer Teal are going to be out in front. Well, we can change our counter. All right, and hopefully that's the last time we've got to reset our stream. I know you guys keep seeing disconnects and everything like that. We're trying to troubleshoot while we're racing. We've got 34 laps to go, so we're almost to the end of this thing. I'm going to try to keep it live and keep it where it's at. Hopefully everything works its way out. As Spencer Teal, your leader, Holloway on the high side, Gibson and Schroeder, they're going to be your pushers. As we'll bring it to the full screen, the pace car lights are off. And we are green once again as Spencer Teal is on that bottom side. Dalton Gibson going to be responsible for pushing him, trying to keep him in front of Daniel Holloway. Daniel Holloway, well, he's got Andrew Schroeder. We have a ton of broken cars out here. We got a lot of damaged cars. We've got a bunch of cars that had to use fast repairs, but with 33 laps to go, I can tell you we have a lot of fast repairs remaining. And the caution is out. Len McNeese, DJ Madish, Lingle, Duvendak, Ethan Horse, and Williamson all going to be involved. And you see the checkup as Len just gets into the back of the 69, and that's going to collect old Robert Duvendak. He's just cruising along. He sees the checkup, tries to go high, and then comes down, clips the back of Lingle, and Ethan Horse takes out the passenger door. And another caution with 32 laps to go. I'll tell you what, the 99 for just getting doored as hard as he did, it doesn't look too bad. Sean Wilder, currently fourth, riding below that apron. As Holloway comes up, gives him a little bit of, hey, I'm back here. Here I am, buddy. Little 21 on 91 love. And it looks like the basketball game with my New York Knickerbockers is coming to an end here. They got about 22 seconds. The Knicks up by 1. I'm going to try to keep it not as distracted, but no promises as well. I've been following them all season. And here they are. Game 1. 31 laps. Left in this one, though. Everybody coming into pit. It looks like Gibson, Grayson Paint, Brianna Laurent. Well, they're your new leaders. They stayed out. As the lights still on the pace car as they approach the start finish line and bring this thing to 30 laps to go. The lights will head off on the pace car. They'll stack back up. Gibson and Pate. Well, Gibson a playoff driver right now. Grayson Pate not. Let's take a look at these bottom four. Russ Hancock, Ambrose Knievel, Ethan Horst, and Brad Saxton. Let's find out exactly where they're sitting here. It looks like Lingle's okay. He's a lap down, but he's not going to matter. Ethan Horst is, well, he's in a bad spot right now. He's sitting back there 23rd. He's going to have to make up some ground quickly. Russ Hancock back there in 20th, so that could be coming down to stage points. The Kniebler Elf is currently sitting 15th and did actually get some stage points. So definitely some good points going on here. And the pace car gonna go off this time. There she goes as, well, you got Gibson and Pate. We are under green conditions. And a weird transition for Dalton Gibson as he drops down in front of Brianna Laurent. These two cars got way out in front. Gibson did make it past the start-finish line. So definitely an interesting transition there. As I wonder if this is a test to all the damage in some of these front cars. As you can see, two of them, they just started driving away. Brianna Laurent struggling to keep up. But now Schroeder, Wilder, and Chris Akers coming along the outside. Wilder's going to have to be careful here. Schroeder's inside of his rear corner. Wilder did not take the opportunity, hesitated, and it allows Schroeder and Akers to get around him, pushes Wilder behind that bottom line. So extremely risky move. Wilder almost gets turned by Schroeder. He's able to continue to make his way down. And now he is the third car on the bottom row. A little bump coming from the 07 down to Schroeder, who drops down. That's going to leave three Candy Shack drivers. Man, we've seen that a lot this season. Looks like you got Dubendak way back there with Frank Ranger. His car definitely having a lot of issues. He has that fast repair, and I believe he'll use that towards the end of this race, try to get a fresh car out. As side by side, Candy Shack, they're coming on down. we've got them fanning out in the front. Akers on the bottom. Schroeder up high, getting pushed by Akers' teammate, Daniel Holloway and Todd Poston. Side by side they enter into the backstretch. Akers still got Schroeder on the high side. Schroeder still getting pushed around by Akers' teammates. Holloway and Poston would love to get around them. They are looking for some big winning points here, but still a long way to go as we have just made it. 3/4 of this race is in the books. And it is the 4th quarter of Daytona. You see Frank Ranger. Well, he's way on back there. Let me see if I can find the old 99's made his way up in the 16th. You see he was able to get around Ranger. The car seems to be working a lot better than it was. And you see a lot of blind squirrels up there. You see Osborne, he's going to be the first squirrel in line. He's got Ambrose behind him, or the Kniebler Elf, hunt by Old Morris Customs. As Gibson trying to get to the lead. He's in front of Andrew Schroeder. Oh, Schroeder's coming down. He's going to make a quick move. He's going to come down in front of Chris Akers. That's going to leave Daniel Holloway to push Dalton Gibson. Schroeder out in front. He's got Dalton Gibson on the high line. And a slew of Candy Shack Racing. And we're going to get Duvendak turned by, it looks like, his teammate, Will Weber. All right, and we are going to have 20 laps to go. So we are making our way through there. We are troubleshooting streams. We got a lot going on behind scenes. And I'll tell you what, I didn't know it was going to be this difficult of a night. But hey, we got a long road ahead with streaming in the playoffs, and I would love to get it all fixed now. And tonight, well, it looks like the scapegoats are going to be the ASR Tour. But we're going to make sure we stay in and catch all the action. He's up here with Dalton Gibson. Dalton Gibson looking to get around Schroeder. Grayson Pate trying to push the 07 of Dalton Gibson. Can Gibson make his way to the lead? We're going to get back into our better camera angles as we see Sean Wilder. He's going to come down there and get behind Andrew Schroeder. Be Schroeder's pusher. You saw him trying to get a little bit high there, maybe trying to breathe the truck a little bit. Chris Akers all the way back at 11. Let's see how long he stays back there. You see him jump into that higher line. They know 18 laps to go. Position is going to be everything as they're going to make as many moves as possible, maybe creating a third line for themselves. I think if Akers goes, he's going to bring some friends with him this time. Teammate Todd Poston stuck on the bottom. Daniel Holloway is on the high side. we're going to get a turn. Is Schroeder going to get into the back of the 07? And the chaos as Akers runs into teammate Poston, and we got to pile up. There are cars everywhere. What in the world is going on with the tour, as this was huge. 07 comes down in front of Schroeder. Schroeder, no, looks like the 07 comes up a little bit. Going to get turned by Schroeder and just comes filing back. And look at the chaos to include with Chris Akers involved, Wilder involved, Tommy Cook, the 84, the 07, Russell Hancock. There are cars destroyed everywhere. There is a blockade, and I'll tell you what, you know who I didn't see there? There he is with his golden horseshoe of wreck avoidance. He hasn't been completely clean tonight. Let's do a little bit of gyro inside the 99. Robert. And some more changes to the stream as we continue to troubleshoot. But I'll tell you, Shooter McGavin able to avoid that wreck. And what it's done is brought him from the back to the front. Not sure how much car they're going to have up here. Looks like Weber and Duvendak both still have the option to fix any damage they haven't fixed. The trucks look good. Jeremy Osborne now up in the front. He's back here with Kirby Caputa. So a big rotation as we saw a ton of cars involved in that last big one. And the pace car is off. As we're going to jump up here. Jeremy Osborne getting that big jump. Kirby Caputa trying to go with him. Will Weber, Duvendak, they're going to get single file. It looks like the Elf has joined the party. You've got 4 playoff drivers up here in the front. As they now go side by side. Trying to get this thing under 10 laps to go. Ambrose on the high side. Remember, he is a play-in driver. He would love to hold this position. And to get a win here would be huge for Ambrose, as he'd go from a wild card right to the round of 8. Can the 04 get it done? Right now he's dependent on John Bell doing the heavy pushing. As we're going to ride with that Cookie Crisp car. You see the nose of Jeremy Osborne going right past Ambrose there. They're battling for this first place. We saw last night's race in the NSRA end in a little bit of chaos. Will tonight follow suit? And will it just continue to lead the energy as we head to Darlington Wednesday night with the SCSRA Next Gen Series? Side by side we go. Now, interesting, Jeremy Osborne on that outside line. He's a squirrel. If it was to come to it, would he let up for his teammate who can lock him into the round of 8, or would he sit here and try to rob him? They're going to come to the line this time, and we are going to 10 laps to go in the first playoff race for the ASR Tour. Remember, we started out here with 30 cars, sorry. We still have 24 out here on the lead lap. Thank you, Adam, for the update. We appreciate you keeping us updated. Yeah, we're making definitely some strides on the stream. We're starting to realize YouTube does not like Twitch and vice versa. They do not like each other very well. Can't just be friends. As we're going to go 3 wide here. So Sean Wilder in that mix, and we're going to get the wreck. Oh, that's going to be, I believe, Frank Ranger Jr. is going to be involved in that one. Along with, well, a ton of cars once again. Schroeder, Teal, Saxton Jr., Poston, Brianna Laurent, DJ Maddish, Matt Benke, Hunter Leach, and Dalton Gibson. We got a couple meatballs. Schroeder, Frank Ranger Jr., Brianna Laurent, and Todd Poston. The Skittles are flying. Let's see what happens. Frank Ranger. Well, he goes round and round. Comes back in and, well, he collects the guy that pushes him. You can see that Jets car absolutely destroyed. Well, it's definitely been a long night for Tony Starch and Daniel Suarez tonight. So, tempers are starting to flare in the chat down there. It's becoming a real interesting night in the ASR. There's a lot on the line. We know we're going to say goodbye to 2 drivers tonight. A lot of good drivers are in the back. A lot of playoff drivers in the back right now. That's going to be huge for points, as we now have 23 cars on the lead lap. Laurent and Schroeder, well, I think they're done for the night. John Bell, your current leader. So Octane is in the lead with a blind squirrel, Jeremy Osborne, who's had himself a really good night. Osborne's been up there all night, continues to drive well. You see the lights are off on the pace car. You know what that means. They're entering the back stretch, and we'll bring it back to full. You know, Eddie Moore has made me a beautiful pit stall logo today, and I completely forgot to put it on. As we're going to go green, coming to 5 laps to go. And I think right now, if you're the field, you kind of just want to get it over with. And if you are the 04 sitting in 4th, well, you want to find your way to the high side and try to steal a win here. You know that locks you in and pushes you to the next level. As they are halfway through 3 and 4. Pace car approaching its pull-off location. And we're going to have a 5-lap shootout here. And if I'm a betting man, I'm going to say we're not done with the cautions, as much as they would love for those cautions to be done tonight. Side by side, enter the Geico restart zone. John Bell comes in line first, and instantly you see Caputa. He's going to drop down. He's going to try to link up with Jeremy Osborne. Caputa, a teammate of John Bell. As soon as he got past the start-finish line, he made that big move. That's going to open up the door on the high side for none other than Shooter McGavin. Shooter trying to catch John Bell and that high-octane team, as you see. Dubendak shoving Will Weber. Will Weber currently to the lead. He's going to go nose to nose with John Bell. As they're going to come back out of 4, entering that tri-oval. We are going 4 laps to go as they enter the Geico restart zone. 4 laps to go here in the first playoff race of the ASR Tour. Side by side, the field. We've got a lot of damaged cars out there. These guys trying everything they can. Looks like a few still not having to use their fast repairs, so they do have that for the emergency use. They'd love to finish these next 4 laps without caution. Dubendak getting that truck a little shaky as he's trying to shove his teammate to the front. Caputa trying to shove John Bell, keep him out in front of Will Weber. Remember, Shooter McGavin just a 2-man team these last couple weeks, as they are working extra hard trying to get them past High Octane. We're going to get a wreck right here as Spencer Teal's going to get turned, and Ambrose Niebel, after his great night. We are under 10. Remember, it has to be iRacing, and there it is. The caution is out, and we will head to overtime. Once again, Niebel collecting some damage. Let's see what happens. Oh, he's going to get into the bumper of Teal. Teal's going to come back down. and spin Nebel, and then just push him gingerly around the track. Looks like Nebel going to lose some of his truck here. And not what Ambrose wanted tonight. He was having such a good run, does have his fast repair, so I believe he might go in and use it, try to get as much speed as possible. And all these cars riding on that low side. Well, we're going to have a little bit of gas problems too, as they're on a 19-lap stint right now. You see those pace car lights are still on. So they are not done yet. They're going to have to go another time around. And you can see John Bell and Will Weber. You know what they're doing. They're coasting at this point. They're trying to save all the fuel they can as the pace car lights do go off for the first, if needed, of 3 green-white checkers. Weber and Bell going to start on that front row. Caputa going to be responsible for pushing John Bell, and Dubendak going to be responsible for pushing his teammate Will Weber. Now, Ambrose, the Kniebler Elf, where are you? Let's see. The 04 currently back in 18th. He did use his fast repair. He is going to have to make some quick work of some cars. And you can see he is all the way back here. He did have good stage points. He's fighting for a play-in spot. Will he be able to do enough in these next 2 laps? We'll find out momentarily. And the pace car is away. These guys hoping it's for the last time tonight. And we're going to go green. Duvendak trying to get Weber up there to John Bell. John Bell has Kirby Caputa doing the pushing on his side. Side by side, these drivers are going. It's not looking good for the 04 as he has fallen back. Will the 04 sitting in 19th be able to get around any of these cars? We'll find out. Right now, though, Weber trying to get to the lead. He would love to be able to drop down in front of John Bell, but Rob Duvendak not able to get him clear. Bell getting some big pushes from Kirby. And here they come through the tri-oval, through the Geico restart zone. Weber getting sideways. They're going to collect teammates. And the caution not going to come out. The final lap is out. Oh, we got a shootout going on. You've got a 3-car shootout. Jeremy Osborne, Kirby Caputa, and Grayson Pate. You've got 3 cars. You've only got 1 playoff driver, and that's going to be Jeremy Osborne. Is he the leader at the end? And we are going to have a shakeup just like Sunday night as the checker does come out. The 41 coming to the line, the car out in front. And it is going to call Jeremy Osborne, Grayson Pate, and Kirby Caputa your 1, 2, 3 on the night. Nebel, out of nowhere, makes it through the wreck, and he finishes 4th. And I think we are going to bring this man up for our first interview. Being 4th place, we don't normally do it, but with a play-in, well, let me find him. I don't even see the squirrels anywhere. There he is. And let me go check with them, and we'll be right back. All right. And, well, I went down to the squirrels. I'm going to try to get that one up here right away. Ambrose, guy in the booth, you got a copy? Well, you asked, I finished 4th. Why am I coming up here? Well, this was a play-in race, and you were currently sitting 14th in the points. You needed an outstanding finish. You were up there in the front with, 5 or 6 to go. Involved in that big wreck, had to use your fast repair, fell all the way to the back, really didn't get a good restart, thought your night was over, and you avoid the chaos at the end and take a top 4, which after your stage should lock you in going forward to the round of 14. So I just wanted to bring you up here, man, congratulate you, and see how you're feeling. You might have to continue to run it for sure, because it is definitely paying off for you. And because of your finish tonight, you will become the third blind squirrel moving forward into the playoffs, man. So congratulations. Well, I'm sure Carl will have no issues as we have seen him up in the front all season. It looks like Ethan Horse over there for Shake and Bake, he's going to have a top 10 finish. And I don't know where he finished in the stage because Russell Hancock finished 11th. That second play-in is going to have to come down to the points, man. But I know for sure you did well in the stage, and we were following your race pretty closely. So congratulations, man. And I want to get you out of here so you can get in there with the squirrels. But before I do, give you the opportunity to give your shout-outs. Well, don't go watch the stream tonight because there was a bunch. Well, now you got your mic going in and out. Well, we got Jeremy. No problem, buddy. Well, let me get you back down to them squirrels, and you can go crack you open another beer, man, and get to celebrating. Yes, sir. We'll catch you in the post race. And we're just gonna drop Ambrose into the Santa's naughty list because, it's been a good night for Ambrose. He battled his way all the way back. Now, on to the business. We'll get back to our checkered flag as we are going to get into our top three, starting with Kirby Caputa in the 83. How you doing tonight, buddy? It's been a minute. It's since pretty close to the beginning of the season. Pushing the pusher. The pusher. Well, and you guys were definitely pushing hard all night. We saw you up there all night. You had John Bell up there for quite some time. Wasn't able to avoid that last wreck. Came down to a three-car shootout, and Jeremy Osborne just able to beat you guys and hold you off. It was going to be between Octane, Shake and Bake, and the Squirrels, and man, it was gonna be close. But heck of a finish, man. Way to survive till the end. And I'm glad you got the opportunity to come up into the booth. And I believe I actually, got a little octane in the booth early. So we got some multiple high octane and driving out here with that chip. So we hope you keep that chip going through these playoffs, man, and keep performing the way you're doing, man, because it was fun to watch. All right, brother. Well, before I let you get out of here and we get Grayson in, you know how we're going to leave things off, and I'm going to leave out. The floor is yours. Well, man, that training and that extra guidance definitely paying off as you get that podium finish tonight. So, congratulations. We'll let you get back down with your teammates. And, man, again, congratulations to you and High Octane getting this podium finish. You too. Grayson, Guy, and Dave in the booth. You got a copy. Well, Dave's kind of here, but he's been troubleshooting all night. And this is Duvendak. I don't want you. Get out. All right, Grayson, now I'm going to bring you up here. I accidentally brought Duvendak because I saw you up there with Duve, and I'm like, uh-oh. But I'm pulling you up, and, man, you get that second place finish. How are we feeling after tonight? Well, this has definitely been an interesting night as the top three, not one playoff driver was able to get into the top three. So it looks like those non-playoff drivers coming in with a little chip on their shoulder and putting some performance in. And you guys are going to walk away tonight with a 1-2-3. So I know you got some teammates out there. It's, let's see, where are you at with your teammates? I know it's going to be close with one of them, and the other one was up there leading a bunch of laps early. So how are we looking about getting through this teammate and this playoff run? Well, and it's going to be interesting with Ethan. I wasn't tracking where he finished in the stage, but I do know he did finish in the top 10. So he was currently sitting 13th. We know Ambrose is going to get in with his fourth place finish and good stage points. And I believe that second driver may become Ethan. It's going to be close because Russ Hancock is right there. So I think those points are going to come down the stage. But for Shake and Bake, it's been a night. Dalton Gibson up there leading with you a couple laps. And then maybe get that second teammate in, man. So congratulations to Shake and Bake. But so going forward with the playoffs, we got one more truck race, and then we're going to go back to the Xfinity. How are we feeling about switching back to those cars? Well, I know we talked very high on Team Shake and Bake on the Thursday show, the SCSRA live show. I don't know if you tuned into that or not, but we made mention that Shake and Bake is always in the lobbies practicing pretty much more than any other team, and it is starting to show off as you guys have good representation out here for the playoffs, and you're able to take a podium tonight, man. So congratulations. It's been a long night, but before I get you back to your teammates, I want to give you the opportunity to give a shout out to your family, friends, and sponsors, man. Floor is all yours. Well, it's definitely huge when you get a little bit of sponsor or a little spotter. You can ask Team Candy Shack as well. They've got their own custom spotter down there with Acre's dad. So it definitely comes in handy, man, and you were able to get it done tonight. Next week, we're going to wrap up the truck series and back to the cars. So with that, I'll let you get back to your teammates. And again, congratulations. And Mr. Grayson Payne, I think put him in timeout. He finishes with a second place finish tonight. Now, I got to go back down here. Let me go back down to these blind squirrels. They're crazy down here. As we're going to pull up Jeremy Osborne, able to survive the big one. Slips on past and beats out Grayson Payne and Kirby Caputa and takes the checkered flag, man. The squirrels have brought it home. Well, not only did you bring it home, but because of that finish, and somehow the drunk guy able to drive all the way from the back, clears all the damage, and finishes with a fourth. So he's going to lock himself into the playoffs. But, well, you definitely got him in. I'll tell you one thing. What's something that's very interesting, man, is I can always tell your car, that lime green squirrel car. um, it makes it easy, and it made it really easy tonight. You spent a lot of time up in the front and able to survive when a lot of cars could not. This has been an interesting race as we have no playoff drivers in the top three. The first playoff driver to finish is your teammate, Mr. Ambrose the Keebler Elf Knievel. So, great night for the Squirrels, man. Y'all got to be excited for the team and the playoff run going forward. So, how we feeling? How we feeling about the rest of this run? Well, and I believe you also are going to have Tyler Hurt, who did not make tonight's race. Had something going on. He was in chat for a little bit. So the Squirrels going to be represented by 3 drivers now. So that's huge going into the playoffs. The only other team to have 3 is going to be that Candy Shack team. So definitely an advantage for you guys if you could put it together. But it's going to be a challenge, and I think you guys are up for it. And I think it's just going to be a good time. Man, but other than that, it's been a long night. Y'all have got to be exhausted. There's been a lot of laps under cautions. I won't even tell you how many incidents we had. I ain't going to talk to Duvendak, that's for sure. He was... you know what? I'm going to go throw fuel in the fire because that's what I get paid to do. But, man, congratulations. You know how we're going to end things. Mr. Osborne, we're going to leave out with the floor is yours. Give you the opportunity to thank all your friends, everybody but Ambrose, who can't thank him. Congratulations. Well, that's huge, man. I remember my first league win, and you know what? I've only got one, but it was it's definitely a moment you remember, and I kind of won it the exact same way you did. Is there was a big wreck, and I got through it, and I was able to drive to the checkered. So, congratulations, man! Huge show from the Blind Squirrels tonight. I actually flew the Blind Squirrel flag on stream tonight, along with the Shooter McGavin one, since those are the 2 that I have. But so, you know me and Ambrose, we'll go back and forth, but I represent you guys pretty well. Love having you guys here, and I am glad we got Jeremy Osborne in victory lane. So congratulations. Yes, sir. We'll catch you next week. All right, and that's going to be it from us. You may see a stream not end. I'm going to put the ending screen up. We're going to run some commercials. We understand we're going to still do a little troubleshooting, but we're going to need our stream to come on and off. So don't mind us. We're going to cut out of iRacing, though. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Tune in to us on Wednesday night as they're going to head to Darlington over in the SCSRA Next Gen Series. That's going to be it from us, and we will catch y'all Wednesday. I just said Wednesday. All right, it's been a long night. It's time to go fix the stream since clearly we couldn't even hear the drivers. It's been a night. That's going to be it for me. Y'all have a good one.